Hey guys, let's go to problem 23. All right, so we have some weird expressions out here. The quadratic equation. No, we've never learned about quadratic equation. I understand that. But we know how to solve this question by investigating what really happens out there. So 23. Okay, so we get x minus 2. So I got x minus 2 squared. I have no idea how to work that out, but I got plus 5, and that becomes 9. So let's just try to assume that x minus 2 squared is an open blurb, okay? So let's just try to assume that, hey, that becomes an open blurb, I would say. And what should go inside the open blurb to make this equation true? Well, I would say this got to be 4, That's supposed to be 4. So as long as we get 4, we're done. So here's how we solve it. We just investigated, we just made certain observations that x minus 2 squared is supposed to be 4, okay? So we just made this we just made this observation. All right, so when do we get something squared to be 4? And I think we're getting all like real values. So real values include negatives and positives and zeros. So when you see the real value, when you see the real phrases, you got to say, oh yeah, I can talk about negatives, I can talk about 0, I can talk about positives. But at the same time, I would say 2 squared was supposed to be 4. And at the same time, well, I would say negative 2 squared is supposed to be 4 as well. So it looks like we got 2 squared and negative 4 squared. So this is kind of like a little bit beyond this scope of this problem. But when you get a square term, when you get something like x squared and whatever, we usually get 2 solutions, right? So we found by observations, we found that these are going to be 2 solutions. So we found that x minus 2 can either be 2 or it can be negative 2. So we found that x is supposed to be 4 or maybe 0. So we just have to find the sum of these two values. It becomes 4 plus 0. The answer is supposed to be 4, and that shall be it.